Hello, this is TIKI
TAKA
TALK.
TALK.
I'm Kray. I support Liverpool, and my favourite football fact is Antoine Semenyo has played in every division of England.
I'm Alfie. I support Newcastle, and my favourite fact is still that the Norwegian whale hunters played the Russians in the 1940s.
Okay, so should we start off with recent fixtures?
Yeah, recent fixtures and upcoming tonight.
Yeah. So, last night was mental.
Last night was one of the best midweek games I think I've ever had in a while.
I really enjoyed the Leeds game for no particular reason. But
2-2, Chelsea bottle.
Chelsea going 2 up is absolutely mental. And not only was it Leeds, but also Chelsea dropping 3 points is absolutely unbelievable.
Yeah.
I mean, seeing João Pedro score was also great because of FPL. But yeah, you got João Pedro, Palmer from a penalty. 2 penalties given away as well, both converted. It's not great for the defence.
Nah. Then the Newcastle game. And honestly, I wasn't expecting that, but I don't know why I wasn't, because Tottenham are terrible at home, and Tottenham are terrible full stop at the moment. But so are Newcastle.
Yeah, I mean, it was just a bit of a... If one of these win, it's a miracle. It had a draw written all over it. He's managed to win because Tottenham are awful.
Yeah,
but
best loser wins.
Yep, literally. So, I mean, I don't know why your app told you Anthony Gordon did not get the assist. It was a very clear assist. Good finish by Jacob Ramsey in the end. Not great by Vicario, but he's got the win. I'm assuming he won't really care about the Tottenham performances when he's managed to get the win.
No, Tottenham were terrible throughout the whole game. Literally so easy to get through their back line, especially without Romero. And then they absolutely have no structure when attacking.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it feels like us. Literally no style of... They're literally just somehow a worse version of us.
Yeah.
Being a Tottenham fan must just legitimately be hell. There's no way you can... I can't just fathom a worse version of us, because we are just so bad. But at least we manage to score goals. Tottenham just don't.
Yeah.
Some of Tottenham's top scorers this season are Romero and Van der Ven. I swear to God, every time Tottenham score, it's one of them too.
They're not good in the attack. Xavi Simons, I was really excited for him to sign, but when he did sign, and when I saw him play, he has done absolutely nothing. He's been useless.
It's safe to say Wirtz was the best. There was the better cam coming from the Bundesliga than I'm assuming.
Voldemort trust.
Is he a cam?
He's supposed to be.
Well, I mean, he can't really do anything except from scoring own goal in the rivalry, can he? So,
no need.
Very big need.
Absolutely no need. But talking about Tottenham, Thomas Frank with the sack, if I'm not mistaken, which is absolutely mental. I mean, it was coming for a very long time. Shut up. I'm surprised he hasn't already been sacked after some of the results. Gave Wolves the first point of the season, I'm pretty sure.
It's not great. They only got saved as well by a João Palhinha bicycle kick. Thomas Frank, from what he built at Brentford to what has happened now, I mean, it's clearly shown that the Brentford players are clearly just good and clearly have good chemistry with each other, because Keith Andrews has came in, done what he can with Brentford. Now Brentford are looking at the higher part of the table, and Tottenham are just, with Thomas Frank, who's apparently no longer in charge, just don't look like they have any sort of chemistry with each other, don't look like they have any sort of style of play. Honestly, they look like a team that could very easily be in the relegation zone, and if it wasn't Tottenham, no one would bat an eyelid.
Yeah, I don't know, it really surprises us, because I was really shocked when I saw Thomas Frank go into Tottenham. I was expecting really big things. I was expecting Champions League. I was expecting far in the Champions League, far in the Premier League, far in Cups. But I don't think he's done either of them, apart from he's gotten far in the Champions League, I suppose. He's done something there, but I mean, so have Newcastle, so what's the point there? I
mean, Tottenham somehow managed to cinch top 8 in the Champions League. God knows how, but I mean, it just... Thomas Frank, in terms of a manager, I think he is a good manager, but it just this is what happens when you try to bring a low like not very well proven manager. Yes, he was proven in the Premier League, but only with Brentford, who already had quite low expectations, and clearly have shown that they don't need Thomas Frank to do as well as they are. Like, they don't, like, it's what happens. You take a risk, and for Tottenham, it just hasn't worked, except from in Europe. Like, they've been awful in the Premier League for the last 2 years and done well in Europe both years. They won the Europa League, and now they've managed to get top 8 in the Champions League. Impressive, but at the same time, not impressive.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, overall that week was a bit random. But then you finish off with the huge awaited game. United Strand. Man U won. West Ham won. I had a draw. I knew it was going to be a draw. I didn't think they'd lose, but I had a feeling it would be a draw.
I'm fuming it was even a draw. Screw you, Sesko scoring in the 96th minute. Who do you think you are?
I'm surprised he's actually starting to score now.
It's just what happens when you put trust in players. You play it, like, a lot of Man United fans are telling me that the way Man United played when they originally got Sesko wasn't the way that fits Sesko. Sesko's a tall striker that loves headers, loves volleys, and they just weren't doing that for him. So now he's been provided properly. He's shown what he can do.
Exactly, like, he was supposed to be a target forward, and they weren't playing him like a target forward. They were trying to play him in like a false nine type of striker role. It's the same with Arsenal at the moment with Gyökeres. That's how I see it. I see him as a very target forward, run onto the ball, head of the ball. But they're trying to have him drop deep and play the wingers in behind, and he's just not ready for that.
Yeah, I mean, if we're going down the Gyökeres route, I don't know if you know, but Gyökeres has just won the Arsenal Player of the Month for January. It proves that either Arsenal's expectations are really low, or that he is actually fitting into the Arsenal system, scoring more and more goals now, because all it takes is for a team to play the way the striker wants them to play, and the striker scores goals.
Well, I think he has started to fit in a bit, but I also think Arsenal are still caught up on playing with Kai Havertz up top and not having that striker. That it's not like, I don't know, like, they don't have a set goal scorer, is what I'm trying to say. Like, Zubimendi will score, then Gabriel will score, then Gyökeres will score, but Martinelli might score. Like, there's not one set striker.
I do also feel like not only has the striker role been less kind of like options wise, because all the good strikers are never going to leave the clubs they're at. Like, now Ekitike is never going to leave Liverpool if you look at it. At least within the next few years. Obviously, if Real Madrid come calling, he's not going to really say no, depending on how well we are doing at that stage. But at the moment, Ekitike is flying at Liverpool. Haaland's not going to leave City unless City do something stupid. Like, Mbappe's not going to leave Real Madrid because he's wanted to move to Real Madrid for so long now. Like, the strikers are now less in demand, and also, at least for the Premier League, in my eyes, a lot less important. Arsenal are now winning the league with, when Gyökeres wasn't delivering, with Mikel Merino up front, who I do believe is a smashing player. We won the league last year with Luis Diaz up front. Clearly, the striker role is kind of becoming less and less important because wingers are kind of becoming more prominent in terms of skill. They need more trust. Like, I feel like the wingers, Flair gets a lot more flowers than it does if you just straight up bang goals. Like, people clip the flair, the skills, the good assists, the stuff like kind of like that, more than like if they were to just tap it in. But goals means a lot more than having flashy moments. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like the strikers have become a lot less prominent because of the potential on wingers nowadays. Like, you got Barcola, Doué, Yamal, you got Vinicius, who exploded at one point. Like, you've got all these kind of flashy players. They're all wingers. None of them are really strikers. None of them are really coming through as strikers. They're all wingers, all fighting for each other. Like, PSG have got about 4 good wingers. They can't play all of them. They've even got Kvaratskhelia. Like, the skill on wingers, the overall ability on wingers is a lot higher than it is for strikers, and it leads to people like Dembele, like Diaz, like Marino, who isn't a winger, but it leads to them being forced to play up front because they want minutes, but they're not getting minutes in their preferred position because they're not the best in their position.
Yeah.
So they're getting played up front, they're delivering up front, but it also just makes the striker role look a lot easier than it actually is.
Yeah, I mean, using last season, you said a lot that Salah was the best striker of the in the Prem, and I always used to argue it was Isak because I didn't think Salah was a striker. But when you actually look at it, Liverpool didn't have a set striker. Yeah, Darwin Núñez, I suppose, but I mean, he wasn't really set there to score goals. He wasn't scoring the goals. It was obviously heavily reliant on Salah. One of Salah's best years since, probably 2019, 2020.
Yeah, since his debut season, really. Like, if you look at, in terms of, it wasn't his best in terms of numbers, but in terms of the importance he had on that Liverpool side, the first kind of 10, 15 games was all Luis Diaz. Luis Diaz really just kind of bossed it, and then Salah got the groove and took the groove and really, really shone during that Premier League season and led us to the title, really. Luis Diaz was really good, and obviously you can clearly see that massive impact, that overall chemistry he had with everyone now that he's not there. But because now I just think that Cody Gakpo is just clueless. He doesn't have chemistry with anyone. He doesn't have chemistry with Wirtz. He doesn't have chemistry with Kerkez. He doesn't even have chemistry with Jones, and he's been playing there for 4 years with him. Like, the chemistry on Gakpo is just non-existent pretty much. Kerkez can sprint the whole pitch. Kerkez can make that overlapping run, and Gakpo just played into the middle. Like, it's almost just like Kerkez doesn't get his flowers because of how little Gakpo does for him.
Yeah, I mean, I won't lie, I've not noticed Kerkez much, especially not at the start of the season. But I mean, as the season started to grow, I've started to realise Kerkez is actually a really strong left back, and he's started to become the attacking wing back that we saw with Bournemouth last year. Like, he's really shown that he is what Liverpool paid for.
To be fair, we didn't even pay a lot of money for Kerkez, so
yeah, like, wait, how much actually was it? Was it 20?
No, 20 was Frimpong.
Right.
I think about 40-ish maybe. But for someone that's the level of Frimpong, that's really not that bad. Not Frimpong, Kerkez. Someone that is actually as good as Kerkez, that's actually not that bad.
Yeah. Well, games tonight. Should we get predicting?
I think we should, to be fair. I think Liverpool, Sunderland, I think it's probably
1-1.
We need to win, and I hope to
true.
God we win. Like, Chelsea and United both drop points. If we drop points tonight, we don't deserve to even be close to the top four. But I think we need to win.
They are all 2-1.
They are
I'm
all
gonna
going to be 2-1.
2-0.
2, not fair. I'm going to say 1-1 just because of Sunderland's home record. It's ridiculous. How have they made Stadium of Light a fortress? It's impressive. I will give it them.
Somehow, somewhere.
So what are the other games? Is it City, Fulham?
It's probably going to end up being a rout for City, although Fulham are on a bit of a hot streak. But
Probably be like, I'm going to say 2-0 City.
I'm going to go bold. I'm going to go. I never predict high scores. Go 4-1.
4-1.
I think Harry Wilson's going to score because he always does.
Is it Arsenal Wolves or Arsenal Burnley?
It's Arsenal Wolves. It's Arsenal Wolves.
It'll be like 4-0 minimum.
Nah, I think Wolves win, lads. Nah, I think 2-0 Arsenal. I think it won't be as easy as like Arsenal fans think it is, because the thing that causes upsets the most is underestimating your team. So
Yeah.
if Wolves are underestimated, they could try and get a result. Obviously, it's Wolves, so they're probably not going to get a result. But I think it's going to be 2-0.
That's fair. What are the other games? I won't lie, I've not kept up.
Neither.
Premier League games, Dean.
What am I looking for today?
Yeah.
Ball knowledge really seeping through here. I'm not gonna
Genuinely.
Oh, I know everything. We've got class ball knowledge of.
Shut up, Dean.
Oh, it's Forest Wolves.
Oh wow, it's not even Arsenal Wolves.
Jeez.
I think it's Arsenal Forest. No, not Arsenal Forest.
It's Arsenal Burnley.
We're so good at this. It's not. It's Palace Burnley, man.
Palace Burnley.
Fucking
Literally
hell.
says right there, Palace Burnley.
Arsenal aren't there.
Who's Arsenal?
Arsenal are playing on the weekend and then midweek next week for some reason. It's really weird. Arsenal have Brentford.
But have Arsenal got FA Cup?
Nope.
Click more matches, see if it shows.
Arsenal are playing. Yeah, there you
Arsenal,
go. Arsenal Brentford. Oh, they're tomorrow.
Ah, that's why. Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
I've got the best ball knowledge in here, so what I'm hearing.
Yeah, someone
Google's
like
got
that.
the best ball knowledge in here.
Well, I have Google. Go.
There you go. Fair enough. So Nottingham Forest Wolves, that changes things.
Yeah.
I literally remember looking at that fixture and going, that is a very pointless fixture.
Forest Wolves, 2-1 Forest. Get Tottenham closer to the relegation zone.
Screw it. 1-0 Wolves.
Fuck.
Why not? Go for a Wolves win. Probably going to be wrong, but I don't even care. At least we've got City Fulham, right?
Yeah. Villa Brighton. How do we forget Villa Brighton? That's a really good fixture.
That's the rivalry right there. That's the rivalry.
The rivalry. Well, Aston Villa tried to get a rivalry with us because they celebrated when we went down. We didn't even start the rivalry.
Yep. Well, I think Aston Villa Brighton it's a game where it could literally just go either way. Villa are obviously up there third and have been third for a while, to be fair, but trying to push with City, trying to keep level with City, and City obviously on the way to Arsenal. So they're trying to get up there. So Villa kind of have to win, although poor form's really got the best of them recently. So I'll go 2-1 Villa. Buendia probably with the winner.
I'm going to say it's going to be like a scrappy 1-0 win to Villa. A bit biased because I want Matty Cash to keep some clean sheets from my FPL, but yeah. I think it'll be very scrappy. I think it'll be very tight though, because Brighton are either really strong or really weak. They're a really confusing team.
Well, it's just all about what Danny Welbeck does, isn't it?
Yeah, literally. Is he not injured?
I don't think so.
Right.
Oh no, because that Greek lad's been playing, isn't he? That Shimas.
Yeah.
Or that Kostolos.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a guy. Palace, but are we actually predicting Palace Burnley?
Yes.
Right, it's going to be 4-0 to Palace.
I mean, Burnley might actually be weaker than Wolves, in my opinion. Burnley are legitimately. They went from so well, so organised defensively, to losing James Trafford and now they're falling apart. It's literally...
Have they got Maxime Esteve still? Or?
Yeah, they've got Esteve.
Right.
They've got Dubravka in goal, who I actually do think is a cracking keeper. But you can only keep out certain goals. You can only make so many saves a game, and they're just so poor. They've got nothing to offer going forward. I think it's going to be 3-0 Palace probably. Obviously, without Mateta though, they could struggle.
Yeah, it'll be a bit of a rout. Then Brentford Arsenal.
Yeah, the final prediction.
It should be tight, really. And I think we probably should have made our final predictions on the Liverpool, but I think it'll be 2-1 to Arsenal.
It's always 2-1 in the words of Dean Fall.
It's always 2-1.
It's always 2-1.
I reckon Arsenal, I think, you know what? I think City are going to win the league, so I'm actually going to go 2-0 Brentford. I think Arsenal are actually going to continue to bottle it. It's only 6 points now. If Arsenal lose this, the title race is back on. That's all I'm going to say. Brentford are actually fighting for Europe, fighting for Champions League. I think they need to win this.
I'd love to see Brentford in Europe. It'd be the best thing ever. Imagine Brentford Roma. What a game.
I wouldn't love to see Brentford in Europe because if Brentford takes away anyone, it's us.
Yeah,
so
true.
Absolutely nil. But yeah, I think that could be probably a Brentford upset there.
I could see that going either way.
Yeah, to be fair, but especially with the way how organised Keith Andrews has actually had Brentford in terms of Thiago's just became an absolute goal fiend. By the way, just out of nowhere, up there in the Premier League scorers. Haaland, saying a bit of a grey patch, but he has just scored against us, so maybe not.
I mean,
but
talking about them, the striker role being fully lost. I mean, he shows that the striker role's still there. He is a proper target forward, and Schade and Damsgaard know to play the ball to him.
Yeah, I mean, by the way, Damsgaard went from scoring a free kick against England in the Euro 2020, playing in Italy, didn't really have his name, and just joined Brentford and became a heartbeat in that midfield, and just overall became an absolute great supplier for Igor Thiago, who has just been non-stop goal scoring. A lot of them have been from the spot, but always in the box, always ready to pounce. Proper poacher striker. And yeah, like you said, possibly one of the best strikers in the Premier League. Like in there with Isak. I know he is injured, but you can't ignore his quality. In there with Ekitike, in there with Haaland. And I think obviously Haaland is always going to have that throne because it's Haaland. Like, he's always going to have that to his name. He's got the top scoring record in a single Premier League season. Like, we can't forget how good he is. But Thiago could be the future of the Premier League. Thiago, he's good. He's just a poacher. He's not even very quick. He's not very technical. He
can time his run.
He's just a goal scorer. Like, sat in the box, ready to pounce. Very good goal scorer.
Yeah. There was a question I wanted to ask you last week, but I didn't get the time to. If you could, out of these two front threes, which would you rather face? Would you rather face MSN or Suarez, Vardy, and Neil Maupay as a defender? Would you rather get rattled or rinsed?
Why is this a thing? Sorry, like what? Rattled or rinsed? Yeah.
Rattled.
I'm not gonna lie. In terms of a football perspective, I think I'll take Neil Maupay. I'm not gonna lie.
Are you sure?
I'll take Maupay over Messi. Yes.
For my mental stability, I think I would actually cry playing against Neil Maupay and Vardy. Genuinely, they would actually send me into depression.
But I do actually believe that you've just compared Neymar and Messi to Jamie Vardy and Neil Maupay.
Right, if Jared was still here, he would respect it. Right.
Well, Jared's not here, so he doesn't respect it.
I take Harry Kane over Lamine Yamal, Desiree Dewey, and Lewandowski any day.
Okay, we'll do a bit of a start bench sell.
Okay.
Benzema, Harry Kane, Lewandowski. Bit of a simple one, but who you putting where?
Start Lewandowski.
Okay.
Bench Benzema, sell Kane.
Jared's crying now. Jared completely switched.
Jared's genuinely in tears right now.
Well, do you have any particular reasons why you've put Lewandowski or Benzema over Harry Kane, or you put Lewandowski over Benzema?
Lewandowski is, in my eyes, counting Cristiano Ronaldo as a winger, the best striker in this generation for me. Apart from, I can hear arguments for Luis Suarez. I can definitely hear that.
For me, he's definitely top 3, maybe 2 or 3, because for me, number 1 has to be Benzema. I'm sorry.
That's fair.
He's just, in terms of a striker, obviously I say Firmino was a complete centre-forward, but as Firmino was doing it, Benzema was doing it secretly, and then he just shone through for Real Madrid. Whenever Real Madrid needed someone during that kind of period of 2022, 2023, somewhere between just when Ronaldo left, Benzema was just consistently delivering. Never any kind of doubt on it, just always just a goal fiend. And he won the Ballon d'Or. You can't look past the Ballon d'Or. I know Lewandowski should have won the Ballon d'Or, but it technically didn't go down as his. For me, you can't look past Benzema. He's definitely up there.
Yeah, that's fair. What would your start bench sell be?
I'd do Benzema, Lewa, Kane. I think Kane, because of like team success and obviously lack of trophies, and I do believe that this should solely be on the player, but he's, in my eyes, he's not as good as Benzema and Lewandowski anyway. He is really good, but we're talking about 3 absolute world-class players, undoubtedly some of the best strikers I've ever seen. Obviously, you throw Luis Suarez into the conversation, it's completely different because of how just they're very different players. I think Lewandowski's more of a complete striker, Benzema's more kind of false 9, and Kane's just a goal scorer who has good passing as well, good overall like ability to kind of pick out a pass, good good chemistry with kind of a lot of kind of players. It allows him to kind of sit back. It'd be good in a front 2 like he was with Son. Like, he was overall, I think he's more of a duo kind of reliant kind of player. Obviously, you look at him now, he's got Elise, he's got Luis Diaz, he's got obviously him also scoring the goals. I think if Kane were to be put in as a lone striker or as a lone kind of forward, he would struggle. That's just how I see it, though.
Yeah. Okay, let us try and make a start bench sell. Okay. As just one centre back, you can't pick two.
Okay.
Ramos, Van Dijk, Rio Ferdinand.
So I can only have one of them in my team.
Yeah.
Virgil van Dijk.
Okay. Who would you bench? Who would you sell?
Bench Ferdinand, sell Ramos, because in my eyes, Ramos is one of the most overrated centre-backs of this generation. I don't think... Obviously, he's got the Champions Leagues, he's got the Euros, he's got the World Cup, but he just doesn't have the quality like Virgil van Dijk or like Rio Ferdinand. Rio Ferdinand was so solid. Van Dijk finished second in the Ballon d'Or race when we won the Champions League. In my eyes, he is the best defender of this generation and up there for all time in the Premier League. He's just so good. Obviously, recent form has really killed his kind of memo, but he's been really good over the last 6 or 7 years. In terms of ability, Ferdinand is like... Ferdinand and Van Dijk are like really close. In my eyes, if you were to do a Premier League all-time 11, they would be the two centre-backs. But the only reason I'd edge it to Van Dijk is just because, obviously, with when I was born and with my generation and stuff, it has just been Van Dijk. And just based on who I've watched more, who I've obviously seen more, in my eyes, it is just Van Dijk. What about you, though?
I think that's fair. I think I'd probably have it in that order because I do think Ramos is overrated. However, my take on Van Dijk is that he is one of the best, probably the best centre back over the last 20 odd years. No, Maldini for me.
He said it, not me.
Shut up. But the thing is, he still uses his big name to like put himself into lineups, like,
or a defender, pretty much.
Yeah, basically, like it's like he owns the club, not Slot. But I mean, Slot is ruining the club. Don't get us wrong. But I mean, it makes you feel like he should be in that starting lineup.
You're aware that Slot doesn't own the club, yeah?
Yeah, I know, but like he decides the lineups.
Yeah. I mean,
the owners aren't doing much.
Well, yeah, fair enough. But like Van Dijk as well, as a captain, he just offers no leadership. Like, especially recently, since we've lost Henderson, since we've lost our captains over the last few years, Milner, like, we just have been with no leadership at all. Like, and if Van Dijk goes, we don't really offer much leadership anywhere else either. Like, we'd probably just give it to Salah, and that's if he's still there. Like, we don't have a lot of leadership. It's about maybe bringing in that veteran. There you go. That's better. Maybe bringing in that veteran who can offer leadership and can actually like kind of lead the team. Van Dijk just doesn't. Van Dijk gets annoyed with the team, gets a lot, kind of causes arguments, doesn't really allow much like mistakes. Obviously, I know he shouldn't, but it is natural, especially when he's not been flawless this season either, if I'm honest.
Yeah, I mean, your defence is, for me, being what's ruining your whole sort of playing. Like, Ibu Konate, Van Dijk, Gomez when you had to bring him in, Frimpong at times, Kirkes at times have all been poor, like, for at least small stints of this season.
Yeah, I mean, obviously Alfie would know this, but since the start of the season, I've literally been the largest hater on Konate. And we looked a lot better. Joe Gomez has been really solid this season, but Konate's actually came back and done really well. I thought he was good against City, and I thought he was good against Newcastle, obviously grabbing a goal as well. But just overall, he's been a lot more solid than he was. He looks a lot less mistake prone, and I think if he keeps this going, he can really prove himself. But it does also look like we're not going to be able to tie his contract down. Same thing with Szoboszlai as well. Like, Szoboszlai has been, in my opinion, one of the best players in the Premier League. In my opinion, he might even take that throne because of how influential he's actually been to Liverpool. He's been the only Like, when you say heartbeat, it is literally Dominic Szoboszlai.
Yeah, I mean, for the best player, it's really how you look at it, because you could look at it for pure skill, you could look at it for stats, or you could look at it in the way that you're looking at it, as a saviour for the team and like a leader for the team, and being like that only hope throughout the season. That's what Szoboszlai's been all season. I don't think there's really been one in other clubs. Maybe Mane for Wolves, you could maybe argue, but there's not really many of them players left in the Premier League. But Szoboszlai's really shown like his pure skill this season so far.
Not only skill, you've got skill, you've got honestly leadership. He could really take on that captain's armband, and you've also got the versatility of him, cam, CDM, right back, centre back if you even wanted to. Like, he could literally do any position. Obviously, he did recently come out and say he doesn't want to be playing right back. He doesn't believe he's best at right back because he isn't. He is a central midfielder, and he really blossoms when he's at central midfielder. But it just proves how important he is to the team, where no matter where he is, he still has to be squeezed into the team. And I think that might be the reason we struggle against Sunderland tonight, because he's not there. Obviously, only a one-match ban in the end, despite it being a straight red, due to like an appeal being shortened the match ban because it was a bit of a stupid decision by the ref. Yes, it's the rules, but you just need to just let the goal happen. Just it's better on both parties, if anything. So I do believe that we could struggle. Obviously, Curtis Jones at right back, it is a big chance for him. The Scouser, one of the only actual Scousers left in the team. So it would be very nice if he could come in, prove himself, and actually like prove that he could be starting. He can break into the 11, because no matter how badly McAllister's been playing, he just has not brought the barrier of being in the 11. McAllister's now kind of got better, especially against Karabag. That I feel like that was kind of
had to give him
but it was just like it was his reboot, and he's came back. He's been really good since, and hopefully that's hopefully that's the cogwheels kind of turning on our season. We've looked a lot better overall. Obviously, did just lose to City, but and that's not a bad thing.
I mean, what yous kept it? Yous were winning initially, then 1-1, 2-1. Should have been 3-1.
Screw Alisson. Anyway, but yeah, but going back to that City game, Szoboszlai's free kick. Oh my god, like
ridiculous,
just unreal. Honestly, better than his Arsenal one. Opposite corner as well. Donnarumma could do nothing about it. Best goalkeeper in the world, by the way.
I mean, he might have wanted to move like Nick Pope-esque, I can't lie, but
just
still not saving it. It's ridiculous, like so in the corner.
Just so unreal. In off the post as well, like that. I don't even know how you fathom to hit something that well. Like,
because if he passes to someone else, he'll probably miss.
Well, yeah. So I mean, he has to hit it, but like, how? That's like Ronaldo. Like that's Ronaldo knuckleball level. Like that is unreal.
Yeah. That the ball doesn't spin, but it moves in the air. It's ridiculous.
No top spin, just sheer knuckle, like just straight in. It was unreal. Honest, what a moment to watch as well. Like Bernardo Silva's goal in the end, he did end up looking like the fault for it, because he was kind of just a bit too deep, kept Bernardo Silva on the side. But I do still think he was our man of the match in that game. However, Milos Kerkez was very good in that game.
Yeah, I heard he was really good actually. It was a really good game actually. The City one. I only got to watch the second half, but I'm pretty sure that was where all the action happened anyways. So I saw the good parts of it.
Yeah, the first half was 0-0, very, very City dominated. But I think in the second half we were really good. Kind of brought ourselves back into the game, especially until the 74th minute when Szoboszlai scored. And then as soon as we score, we try and defend. Not very good at defending. City come forward, get the goal that they needed. Then and in the end got 2, then 3 that should have been given us 3, but it didn't. Lost 2-1. I think it's a bit unfortunate with Alisson giving away a penalty, but it's like we deserved to lose. I should have scored about 3 in the first half. Like, I can't sit here and say we deserved to win because we didn't. So we lost 2-1. It is what it is, really.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of teams have realised over the years that you can't just let City play the football that they want, because there's no chance in stopping them. they'll just play tiki taka. They'll just play it out of the wings. They'll like hoof it over the top.
Yeah, like City play the way City want to play, and if you allow them to play the way they want to play, they will score goals. Guardiola's a very well-proved manager. Like, if I could say anything else, like possibly the most well-proved manager in club football, because obviously Ancelotti's now Brazil. So I think
I'd still argue more of Ancelotti at times.
I mean, maybe, but you can't really look past the amount of Champions Leagues that Ancelotti's won, and the stuff that he's done, especially if he wins the World Cup, that'll really help his overall, like, kind of prove to be the best manager on the planet ever. So, speaking of the World Cup, who do you reckon is winning the World Cup?
Right, I've got to take. I think it's going to be. I have Portugal down, but I only have Portugal down if Cristiano Ronaldo doesn't play. I think Portugal have one of the strongest squads in that tournament. But I think it's actually an offence to Portugal that they haven't included them in the big four with England, France, Argentina, Spain. But then, which one do you take out, really?
You can't. I mean, for me, you just can't look past Spain. Spain is just... You speak of depth, you speak of squad, and oh my God, Spain just so good in every element. Their overall tiki-taka play, they don't pass it around the back, they're no nonsense, they just go straight forward, look for the goals, and obviously the only thing they lack is that striker, but I do still think Marino could do it for the World Cup. Like, Oyarzabal scored the Euro-winning goal for them. Like, Spain just look really, really good, and in my opinion, are the very, very clear favourites for it.
Who's your dark horses for the tournament?
In my opinion, the dark horse will be Norway, because I think they will actually top their group over France. I can see it happening. I think France, again, might go with a bit of underestimating maybe, but Haaland, Soloff, Nusa, Strand-Larsen, the attack's crazy. Look at the defence, you've got Leo Ostergaard in there as well, and Ireland in goal. It's a very underrated squad, and I think they could maybe do something with it.
My dark horses, but I don't know if you count them as dark horses. I'm saying Mexico. Would you count them as dark horses? They're not expected to do well.
Yeah, of course they're dark horses. They're more of a dark horse than Norway, if anything.
I don't know, but then you've got to take into account that they have games in their own country. They have more fans there.
Yeah, I mean, I guess. But then realistically, you're not really going to have more fans. It's the World Cup. It's the biggest sports stage on the planet. Like, it's a non-negotiable of how big the World Cup is globally. I feel like Michy Batshuayi carries. That's what it is. That's my excuses for that one.
You can't have Michy Batshuayi carry your nation. That's actually shocking. Then who's carrying Croatia as well? Luka Modric is...
I was gonna say, like, is that a stupid question? I don't care how old Modric is. It's always Modric. It's Modric and Modric and Modric.
Bring Brozovic back. Bring
Kovacic.
He can't be the carrier of this nation.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. What I can promise you is it's more than likely gonna be someone whose name ends in itch.
Yeah, probably.
Because that's pretty much the whole team.
That's a safe bet, to be fair.
I mean, I think Livakovic is a really good keeper overall.
Phenomenal.
Like, he really proved himself in the last World Cup, last Euros. Like, actually, in terms of penalties as well, possibly up there. I think Diogo Costa, obviously, after that Euro performance, but Livakovic, really good. Croatia won 2 penalty shootouts in that World Cup. You can't really look past him.
Well, what's your semi-final? Do you think the semi-final's going to be reserved for England, Spain, France, and Argentina, or do you think it's going to be replaced by someone?
I'm going to go different, because why not? Like, I'm not just going to go boring, otherwise there's no point in doing it. So I'm going to go England, Spain in one end, because I'm English, come on. Like, I feel like if you're not English, England's the one team you'd expect to bottle it, but you've got to have hope. And I think it's going to be France and Norway.
No, you think Norway is going to...
I think they're going to end up somehow... I've just realised that might not even be possible. But,
no, it could be.
I think they're going to end up somehow meeting back together. And I think if they're my dark horse, I'm going all the way. And I think Norway is just... They could just do so much. But then at the same time, I did back South Africa in the AFCON, and we all know how that went. So
yeah. I mean, what South Africa had a safe defence, but what else?
They ain't got Shabalala anymore. They're finished.
Yeah, Shabalala's not doing nothing.
I mean, South Africa, I think, in terms of their group, very good, very odd. Odds are could be very easily on their side.
Yeah,
obviously you expect Mexico to stop it because it's Mexico. Like
that group is a really strong group. Like, there's no particularly strong teams in it, but well, unless Italy go through,
it's a nice group. Like it's a
like it's all quite even. I think South Africa have a good chance. South Korea, Mexico, and I don't think it's going to be Italy.
I hope it's Ireland.
I do also hope it's Ireland. Troy Parrott's going to cook.
Who doesn't love Troy Parrott? Get Robbie Keane back.
Robbie Keane's managing Ferring Farah so he can stay there.
No.
Yes.
The player manager.
Player manager, alright, Wayne Rooney.
Alright, Kenny Dalglish, man.
God's sakes.
But yeah, I mean, I hope Ireland do it. I don't think they will. I think Denmark and Italy have even got a better say than Ireland.
I think it's going to be Denmark for me.
I mean, it's probably going to be Italy, but I think even if Italy do get there, they're not going to finish top of the group. I do believe in either South Africa or Mexico. I do believe this is Korea's group to finish fourth, and unfortunately for them, I don't think they've got much of a hope. You can't really rely on a Wolves attacker, can you? Like, it's not a good thing to do, especially when he's not even starting for Wolves. How do you not start for Wolves and expect to do something in the World Cup?
Yeah, I mean, as you say it now, I can't really name you many South Korean players that are actually going to start there. I don't know if Son's retired.
No, he's playing in America, I think, but he might have retired on a international duty. But I don't think so. I can't see him retiring yet, especially when the World Cup's just around the corner. But then again, Troost-Ekong retired for Nigeria literally a day off the AFCON, so
Jeez,
you never
I didn't
know.
know that.
Yeah, he was their captain going into the tournament, and he said he's going to retire. He retired from international duty the day before Nigeria actually played in the AFCON.
Yeah. All the right backs for England are lucky because Kieran Trippier has retired from international football. They're lucky he has. He would have taken the spots, lads.
The English fans are lucky. That's who's lucky.
I think Lewis Smiley had a better chance of right back there.
So who do we think actually is going to be England's starting 11 for the World Cup then?
Okay, I've got Pickford. I mean, it's a safe bet, really.
You've got it's Pickford or Henderson, or I like Ramsdale, but he's just not done enough.
Trafford.
It's going to be Pickford. Trafford's probably going to end up going, but again, can't see him
right back. For right back, I'd like to say it's going to be Tino, but I don't think it will. I think it'll be Reece James. I think Reece James is a phenomenal right back.
It does literally just depend on who's injured there. Obviously, Tino's currently injured. Obviously, Reece James is very injury-prone.
One of the most injury-prone players in the world.
I think if push comes to shove, Kyle Walker is obviously not great anymore, but you've got other players coming through that role. Like Ezri Konsa can play right back, Joe Gomez can play right back. Like, they're not phenomenal players, but they're good enough almost. Like, but I do believe if everyone's fit, it should be Reece James.
Yeah, I think the two centre-back partnership should be Gahey and Trevor Chalobah for me.
For me, it's Gahey and Konsa.
Oh, that's my other option.
Yeah, or Kwanzaa, because he's
not going to be Kwanzaa.
He's really actually. He's been like Leverkusen's main player in my eyes. You've obviously got Cavani, you've got Patrick Schick, but
Grimaldo.
Well, yeah, you've always got Grimaldo, but like in terms of when Leverkusen aren't at their peak, he's always going to be doing well defensively. Always going to be, especially in a three at the back, he's going to be a dominant figure. Like, I think Liverpool are even looking at rebuying him back despite only letting him go in the winter because of how poor and how lack of defensive squad depth we have. We're looking to get Kwanzaa, even though we're outside the window, and by the time that Kwanzaa will be signing, we'll be having Jake, so it'll be a bit pointless, but
yeah,
Leone will be back as well. Defensive depth, in terms of we've got Van Dijk, we're going to have Jake, we're going to have Leone. We do have Leone, but he's injured till the end of the season. We've got Gomez, who's currently injured as well. Our only current two centre-backs that are actually fit are Konate and Van Dijk. If they get injured, Gravenberch is going to have to come in at centre-back, which did actually have to happen for 2 weeks because Konate obviously had to go due to his dad's dying. So he had to obviously go. Gravenberch had to cover at centre back, which just proves our lack of depth. So we might have to buy Kwanzaa back, but I can see Kwanzaa starting for England. I don't think it's going to happen.
I don't think he'll stop that. There's a chance he gets called up, but it depends on what Tuchel's, or Tuchel, however you want to say it. Depends on what his aim is, whether he wants to go all out defence, all out attack, all out midfield, or if he just wants to like even it out between them.
Balance.
I hope it's balanced, but I mean, we said that for the 22 World Cup, and we had about 7 different strikers.
Yeah, well, we won't go to the 24 World Cup because the 24 Euros, sorry, was complete opposite. We had about 40 million defenders, and it felt like all of them were playing at once. But yeah, I'll go Gay and Konsa. I feel like Gay has to be in there.
Gay, he's just like he's gonna be there.
He's so solid. I think the real breakthrough moment for him was actually that Euro 24 campaign. He was arguably our best player I know the whole England team was overall poor, but he has to be up there for me in my eyes. So who do you think is going to be left back? Because I think we might have different opinions on this one.
Now left back's a really tight one for me because I love Lewis Holden. I think he's a phenomenal left back, but I also love Nico O'Reilly. And Rico Lewis, both of them have been really strong. So many good options. For me, I think it's Rico Lewis at the moment.
You reckon? For me, I think shouldn't be Lewis Hall. For me, I think it, especially if you take into account his England qualifiers as well. For me, it has to be Nico O'Reilly. I think he has been really good for City, and even against us was put into the midfield due to Ryan Ait-Nouri then getting the game time. So maybe he might be seeing a different role, which might maybe allow Lewis Hall to come in. But I think our midfield for England's far too strong.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of options. Like I mentioned, Nico O'Reilly, Lewis Hall, and Rico Lewis. All 3 of them have been strong. I'd love Lewis Hall to start at left back. I just don't see it because of Newcastle's recent fixtures, and probably if I'm gonna be honest, I don't see us doing particularly brilliant throughout the rest of the season. I think we'll start to improve eventually, and I think we will get some form of Europe. I don't think it's going to be Champions League.
I don't even think he's going to get Europe. If I'm honest, I think the way he's look at the moment, he'll probably just sit in around 9th, 10th, 11th, which will be
9th could be Conference League.
Depending on who wins the cups and stuff. I mean, the Carabao Cup's very much within favour of, well, obviously Arsenal and City because that's the final. But yeah, so maybe if you might sneak into 9th, but 10th and 11th is kind of the route I see is going down.
Fair. I think it's going to be our worst season in a very long time, and it's really annoying because we've got the squad, and the squad's not
squadding.
Yeah, the squad really isn't squadding.
So, who do you think the defensive midfielder should be? Or midfield, I guess.
Right. I think it should
For me, it's probably the easiest decision
Rice.
of the whole team.
It should be Rice as a DM.
Yeah. I mean, he's been so good. Like, honestly, in my opinion, if you ask me right now, he is the best English player currently in world football. He is just so good. I mean, consistent assists. There's a reason why Arsenal are so good at corners, because he's the one hoofing them in.
Yeah.
Good at free kicks as well. Overall, so solid in the middle. Cutting the passing lanes, the overall good interception play as well. Good passing ability, bringing the ball forward as well. His dribbling as well on the ball is really good at the end. So it just has to be him. I don't even think there's another big option. Maybe Adam Wharton, but you just can't look past Declan Rice.
Yeah. Who would you have beside him? It could be Conor Gallagher before he went to Tottenham, but I don't know. I'm not too sure who I'd have instead.
I mean, for central midfield, for me it's Jude Bellingham. I mean, up and down all the time. Obviously, some might see him as an attacking midfielder, but the other options you have at attacking midfielder, it just should be Jude as kind of a lower down option. He's always up and down the pitch, always literally a heartbeat, always the the passing, the overall dribbling ability. He's always getting tracking back when you need him to as well, but so good forward. And I think he's criminally underrated in recent times. I think everyone's just started randomly hating Jude Bellingham for no reason. So, yeah, I think he should definitely be there in the centre mid.
Yeah. Also, if I hear any Man United fans say Kobe Mainoo for England 2026, it is the most ridiculous thing ever. There is no way that a player that starts every other 3 games gets a chance in the England lineup, let alone the squad.
Who you have an attacking midfielder then?
Rodgers.
You go Rodgers over Palmer? I agree.
Yeah, but then but then who do you have on the left?
I mean, again, I think literally in terms of English wingers, you could play any of them either side. But for me, attacking midfielder has to be Morgan Rodgers. If you look at European qualifiers, Euro qualifiers, Morgan Rodgers was possibly our best player in that kind of run. He was so good, and even during the World Cup qualifiers as well, just really proved himself. And I think he should definitely go. Whether he gets the cam spot, he might be rotated a bit with Palmer, but I still think he should probably go to him.
Yeah, I think in a 4-2-3-1, which I think will still play, I think it could actually be, on second thought, I think it could be Palmer right mid, Drop and Saka. I think it could be Eze and Rodgers on the left. But then where do you put Foden?
Yeah, you could look at Eze to be fair, but I think left mid, if we do play a 4-2-3-1, has to be Phil Foden, especially when, within recent memory, he's really brought himself back, and he's been getting the game time for England anyway. And obviously loads of people call him a criminal underperformer for England, but within recent years, he's not been on form for City either. I feel like he just comes at one point in the year, does well, then disappears again. But I feel like this year he's been a lot more consistent. So I think Phil Foden should be left wing.
Yeah, then I mean striker. Striker spots the easiest spot in the team, and Harry Kane, no debate.
Yeah, has to be Kane. I mean, you've not really got other options. You've got Ollie Watkins, I guess, but it just has to be Kane.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, the England 11, could we win the World Cup? Probably not, but yeah, I mean, we've got a pointless to do, so we may as well just do that.
Let's test some knowledge.
Very good. It's nations that won the Euros.
Nations won the Euros. I'm not very good at rock, paper, scissors.
Denmark.
Denmark is on there at 15 points.
Great.
They're pointless.
Greece is on there. 37.
What? How's that more than Denmark?
Oh, Soviet Union.
Soviet Union is on there at 5.
5? Okay, so we're going down this track then.
I think I know it.
Ooh. I'm trying to go down
The fallen nations.
Yeah, the nations that are no longer a thing anymore.
Fallen nations. I will say that I think the way it's done it's...
Yeah.
I'll explain when you get to it.
True.
Yeah.
What? I'll just go easy to keep thinking about it. So
Yeah.
I'll go Netherlands.
Netherlands at 26.
Oh, okay, I'll take that.
West Germany.
It's made Germany and West Germany one. That's what I
Right.
was trying to say. So that's at 58.
Yeah, fair.
Great.
I'll go. I'll go with. I don't know how many times I've won it though. Like it's really, you want to try and obviously get the one-time winners. So I'll just have to go easy again just to try and think of other options. I'll just go for like France.
France is there at 62.
They have a rogue
I don't
one
know if
easy
these have won it.
Thing is, I've literally got this flag in my head. I just can't think of the name of them.
Yugoslavia.
Yugoslavia is not on there.
Right.
Oh god, that's the one I had. I'm
Is
so
it?
glad you said that. Yeah.
I was in very heavy debate.
Kray.
I'll go.
Who's pointless?
Yeah, I know, that's what I'm trying to figure out. Unless it's like you and it's pointless without a pointless answer.
They haven't given it to who I think they have they?
Oh god. Does that mean you might have it? That's not very good.
I hope not, and I don't want to go for it because it shouldn't be the pointless.
Okay, that's not scary at all. I'll go Portugal.
That's what I was saying.
Portugal are at 70 points.
Okay,
damn.
that's good.
I feel like a lot of people do actually just forget they won it though at some point.
Eder. Right. I think this is going to be very far back. This isn't an answer, but I think either Switzerland held it or won it.
Switzerland are not on there.
Sure then. We'll go for
You're
that.
bad. Okay, what about... Oh, I don't know the one the World Cup, I don't know the one. Sweden.
Let's guess. It's a really good guess.
I think they won the World Cup.
How many's left?
That's what I'm just looking at now. Give us a second, I'm just crossing them off as we go. Keep guessing, I'll tell you.
I mean, there's obviously the easy ones. Like, you've got the tap-ins, but like, I don't want to say them.
Yeah, exactly.
I guess it's less than 100 points.
Unless they've made it 100 points because it's that obvious.
But then what's the hell's the point of getting a wrong answer?
You shouldn't have answered it then. Right.
It's 101, it's worse than a wrong answer.
I forget how far back the Euros went. Like,
Yeah.
If West Germany's an answer, like...
And Germany's just gone down as Germany there.
Yeah, but it was West Germany and Germany combined.
Yeah, West Germany is an answer. It definitely is applicable, but it's just not gone down as on there.
Yeah,
I
it's
think-
gone down Germany and West Germany together.
When I said it should be who someone is, he gives a weird look, which makes us think it's not who you would think it is.
Who, me?
Yeah. Not a footballing nation.
If I ever hear people talk about them, it's because of football.
Right.
Oh, okay. Well, that's quite helpful.
There's
Not
only-
really, actually, because Europe's very heavily
There's
revolved
only
around football and sports.
3 left. There's
Okay.
an 83, a 95, and a pointless.
Another 95.
I know the 95 and I know the 83, so
Whose turn is it now? Is
just
it
about the pointless.
me?
It's
Is it
up to
yours?
Alfie's.
Austria.
Austria are not in there.
I'm just going to say the lower of the two obviouses, I'm going to go for Italy.
It is Italy, 83 points.
Yeah, obviously I know the 95, so I'm not saying that. You might be forced into the 95 and then we're just at a pointless battle here.
Go on, give us Spain.
Yeah, that was Spain at 95.
Oh god. Now here's the deep thought.
You've never had a deep thought ever, have you?
continue to, right. You're gonna have to just continue to just go in and around the
I don't even know how I would
Northern Europe area. I'm gonna go Norway.
It's not Norway.
Czech Republic.
Yes, Czechoslovakia.
No,
Yeah,
that was the other one I had. Yeah, well done.
Yeah.
Take that.
Yeah, it was a
Right, that's,
quote unquote fallen nation.
Technically, yeah.
that was a proper nail biter there. Give us 2 seconds to work out what
I
is
think
that.
you probably won.
I don't know,
Although
'cause
you
Alfie
did
took
actually
a lot
have-
of Alfie took a lot of wrong answers out there.
Yeah, I didn't actually have a lot of wrong answers in that, and you got the highest score as well. Like
Yeah.
you got 95. Cutting down on them 13 or 12 points could literally mean everything.
I hit a few air balls and it didn't work.
If I win by 12 points, this is actually aura. Strategic players. Oh god.
I'm scared.
So I don't like the tension. Tension's not a very nice thing.
You might as well start signing off while I get my calculator out.
Right. Well, just as we're waiting for the final answer, this has been TIKI TAKA TALK.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Oh, how lads, that was a bit quick then. I'm still typing.
Team's not very good at this.
Oh, this is close as well.
Oh, no.
Oh, it's
no.
proper close.
No.
This is not good.
Tell us the difference first.
There is 5 points difference.
Oh wait, hang on. If I've won here, taking Italy instead of Spain is an
It's
absolute
him.
horror.
Alfie is at 473 points.
How much? That's not good.
Kray's at 478 points.
Oh, for God's sake.
Alfie comes in clutch, takes that win at the end there.
So
Well
Italy
done,
didn't
lads.
even matter then.
The Italy didn't even matter, lads.
Come on.
Right, well then, say bye again because you've been too long now.
This has been Tiki Taka Talk.
See ya. Goodbye.
We're out.